Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am ZBest. Today I have another tank review for you guys. In this case, it is the Skoda T45. It is the Czech Tier 7 premium heavy tank that will be available with bonds in the ranked battle mode per se. We'll start with just a quick overview. So this is what my loadout was. I ran Bounty IRM, Bounty Rammer, Bounty Optics. I would recommend a similar setup if you're running standard. I tried multiple setups with turbo, dropping the optics, running vents. Um, the reason I found this to be the best layout, Rammer is just, well, the best. There is no option for a vertical stabilizer, so the IRM is second best to that. The vents didn't help very much. The turbo did not help the issues that I will bring up in a second. And I like to always have 445 V range. In this case, 470 with optics. If I was to run vents, it would be below. I had food, BIA, situational awareness, recon, all of that. Anyways, so the DPM is, regular tier 7, kind of slow, accuracy, aim time, kind of all standard. The top speed is where it gets like kind of bad, like 30. It's only 30, and the reverse speed is only 14. It is quite painful to play, and the traverse speeds are so slow. Like you'll be trying to maneuver in the city on the map, and like it just takes forever. Your gun depression is also lacking. It's only 7 degrees all around, and even worse over the back. You can see it in the bottom right. And once you get to see the armor, you'll wonder, well, how good is this thing? The front is very easy to pen with standard ammo. It's 175 effective at most. The turret is only about 200 effective, so most tanks that fire premium rounds at tier 6 and 7 will be able to pen even the turret. Has a slight angle to it, so you'll get the occasional bounce, but it's nothing special. It can kind of side scrape if you can bait a shot, but this is just a shoot me here sign right here on both sides. So like if there's a wall and you're trying to side scrape, this entire thing shows. And yeah, so during the replay that I will share, I will explain more about why the stats and the armor that I'm showing add up to something that is, in my opinion, not very good. Anyways, let's get to it. So this is just Siegfried Assault top tier, and yes, it took me a top tier game on a city map to get even a single decent game in this thing. This tank is a struggle. It is slow, cumbersome, has no armor, has very little penetration. Oh, and also, check this out. The standard round has only 995 shell velocity, 194 pen. The heat shells have 600 meters per second shell velocity. It's like lobbing watermelons, or I don't even know what you want to fill it in with. Softballs, watermelons, paintballs. I don't care. They take forever to get to the target. They do have good pen though. 250 is actually pretty decent for a tier 7. But it just takes so long to get there that it becomes practically useless. And here you can see that it's just slow. Like, I think most other tier 7 heavy tanks go at least 35, if not 40. Even the AMX M4, was it the 45? Is the tier 7? That thing has, I almost feel, more effective armor than this, and that already has no armor. The only thing this has that the AMX does not have is some side armor, so HE will not penetrate your side, which is actually kinda nice. So back to how you can get this tank. If I recall correctly, it is 12,500 bonds, which is more than most tier 8s in the bond shop. So it's quite a lot, actually. 12,500 bonds is a lot of work to achieve, especially if you don't do well in ranked or don't do ranked, and campaigns, your clan isn't one of the top 5 clans. That being said, this thing is special in the fact that it is the first Czech uh, premium heavy tank, and actually the first Czech heavy tank in the game, which does mean that there will probably be a Czech heavy line just from, all the previous uh, instances of a new premium being introduced. So it will be interesting to see what that tech tree looks like. If it looks anything like this tank though, it is not going to be meta whatsoever. This thing is frustrating to play, it is slow, it has no armor, and it doesn't have a place at all. Like, it doesn't side scrape, it doesn't play a ridge line, I don't even know what it does well. Like, it just has a good rate of fire, but like, if I want a good rate of fire, I would just play the Tiger 1, like, hands down. And right here, the reason why I've accumulated damage is mostly because people weren't even really shooting at my tank. Like, that's the only time that your armor is effective, is when it's not even being fired at. So, I'm not saying snipe, I'm just saying have the enemy team looking elsewhere. So, basically, my final, like, I would say thoughts on it is, if you're a collector, sure, spend the, 12,500 bonds on it. If you don't have excess bonds, if you don't have the ability to spend time in ranked, and don't really want a subpar premium heavy tank, just don't get it. Like, it is really not that good. I mean, I'm fine with premium tanks being added that are not that good. Much rather have that than have them be ridiculously strong. But I will honestly say that it is not one that should be picked up unless you really want something to train a Czech heavy tank crew in. And they haven't even announced the Czech heavy tank line, so this could technically be a one-off. So there is that as well. Anyways, let's jump back over to the post-game stats. So this was just 3,800 damage, 600 assist, 5 kills, high caliber, didn't take a lot of damage, completely wrecked the enemy team. It was more or less just a roll, like it wasn't anything special. I didn't do anything crazy in it. The tank really didn't do anything crazy. It was just right place, right time. I made decent credits, but that's because of the credit booster and because I was firing all standard rounds because I was top tier. And yeah, that's about it. Don't really have much more to say. It is quite subpar, and I do not recommend picking one up unless you are an avid tank collector and have plenty of bonds to spare. And I have no idea if this is actually the case, but I would expect that this tank might eventually be on sale in other forms, though you never know because, well, it's wargaming. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and I should have other videos coming out soon, especially the next one, which will be coming out this weekend. I did reach 303 marks, which means I'll be having a giveaway, so be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you guys around.